And welcome to the movie talk for the box office for January 13th through 15th. And let's get into it. So, Avatar The Way of Water is number one, yet again, to the surprise of no one. It made another $31 million, and it only dropped 32%. For a total so far of $563 million. Well, it's a tad under 563, but it is basically there. Now, a lot of people in the industry have been saying, can it get to 700 million? And I do think that's definitely possible. I just don't think it's likely. I don't think Avatar 2 is going to continue to perform as is for two reasons. One, it's not a Top Gun. It really, really isn't. I've seen this movie. While I think the visuals are stunning, the story is meh, to be quite honest with you. And the holidays are over. Like, it's not going to make money during the weekdays like Top Gun did. Or like it did just a couple weeks ago. So, and sure, it doesn't have any competition, but that doesn't necessarily mean people are going to continue to see Avatar. So I would say much more likely it'll get to like 600, like the mid to high 600s. But 700 is not out of the question because it's about to hit $2 billion already. It's at $1.89 billion after just 5 weeks, I believe 33 total days worldwide. And overseas, it's a powerhouse at $1.33 billion. You know, having just a 32% dip this weekend, and I believe 36% dip overseas. It's like a 35% dip globally. It added another 88 million. That's 110 million just for the weekend, or 120 million actually, just for the weekend. So it's guaranteed to get to 2 billion, and it'll almost certainly pass Titanic to be in the top three. I think it'll probably end this run at around $2.2-ish billion. And when it does hit $2 billion, I will do a special report unless it coincides with Movie Talk. If it happens on like Sunday or Saturday, then I won't do a special report. And when it does get to $2 billion, it'll only be the sixth movie ever. After the first Avatar, Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, Titanic, and Star Wars The Force Awakens. Those are the other five to do it. And it's about $10 million away from topping Spider-Man No Way Home. As for other movies, Megan had a stunning second weekend hold, 41%. That's stunning for a horror movie. Although I have to say, it's not as good as other recent horror movie drops, like Smile, which dropped like in the 20s. But it is on par with, a couple other well-received horror movies, like The Black Phone, I believe, dropped just around 40%. So this is a good drop. It made another $18 million. It's gonna get a sequel. It's already been announced. And I would say at its current rate, it'll likely hit the century mark domestically. And, it's almost at 100 million worldwide, so it's doing quite nicely, especially for a horror film. As for Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, 1%. That's the drop. 1%. $13.4 million. It's at $106 million so far, just domestic. 247 worldwide. I would say at the rate it's going, 150 would be my final guess for Puss in Boots. And it'll likely get to 350 worldwide, maybe even as high as 400. Which some people might point out is about the same as Black Adam. Well, Black Adam had a huge budget. This has nowhere near that size budget. This is like a Sing 2 performance. It's doing well. It's doing very well. As for the rest of the top 10, it's small drops across the board. Plane and House Party debuted moderately. A Man Called Otto did very well for a special release. Black Panther Wakanda Forever, I believe, has passed around $830 million worldwide. But yeah, small drops across the board. Every single movie making more than $1 million. This is what you want to see. As for this coming weekend, It's only missing that's coming out. It's expected to debut at $5 million. So Hollywood is really just handing Avatar a sixth weekend in a row win. Unless Avatar for some reason has like a massive collapse or something. But Hollywood is in very good shape right now. That's about it for this week, and we'll see you guys next